Hey folks, welcome to Gloucester Catholic. It's a little bit early. Layup lines have not started yet. The girls' game just ended. They will be honoring Jack Mastero, who passed Dominic Carrera, passed a class of 1969 for the leading scorer in Gloucester Catholic program history with 1,507 points. Carrera was 1969 and held the program record for 56 years. So we will be on the air to air the ceremony, and then we will go to an extended break as they introduce starters, and we get the starting lineups for both teams. So we just wanted to make all of you aware that we will be broadcasting the ceremony, but then we will go to break for about 15 minutes. And they're going to tell everybody to clear the floor. As if this game couldn't start any later.
Yeah.
By the time they start the layup lines and get everything going, they're probably going to start at like 7:30. But yeah, we wanted to air the ceremony honoring Carrera and Mastero, but then we will go to an extended break of about 15 minutes before we go back for the regular pregame show here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. Thank you very much and enjoy the show. Yeah, keep it on.
Thank you. I appreciate everybody coming out. Thank you to Woodbury for allowing us to do this right before our game. Before we start tonight, we have a very special guest in attendance. This was a graduate of 1969. He was the all-time leading scorer for our program for 56 years. He had 1,507 points, was named to multiple All-South Jersey teams, had a great college career at Rowan, and unofficially had one of the longest streaks of a school record of any school that I could find. I'd like to bring out Dominic Carrera. In one moment, we're going to bring Jack and Dominic over to the stage. With any family who would like to take any pictures, we will set up an area right here. Thank you very much. Game will start pretty soon.
All right, thank you very much for having us air that ceremony of Dominic Carrera and Jack Mastero. The time for layup lines is now 15 minutes on the clock, so we will take an extended break. You may see us cut back to air for a couple of minutes as we fix graphics and update the scores from our last game, so please excuse us if that happens, but we will be back on the air in about 15 minutes for Woodbury and Gloucester Catholic in just a few moments. Thank you very much.
Axel eyesight. Is there the high drive? Deep center. Go, go, go. We're out of here. We're out of here. Say ya, playa.
Just like they drew it up in Hollywood. Caladros, the 3-2. Swing and a miss! And the Audubon Green Wave have upset the Kingsway Dragons! And this is it for good! The Audubon Green Wave are back in the Final Four! A gold pile on their side!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DW Broadcasting's coverage of men's varsity.
From our entire crew, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, folks.
Two-step here from the Mike Antonelli Gym. We've got the Woodbury Thundering Herd and the Gloucester Catholic Rams. I'm surprised I even have a voice after the first game. Girls game went to overtime, 47-42 final in favor of Paul Six. Got them to a 13-0 record here midway through the campaign. But even though both of these teams are under 500, and Woodbury right now in the 9 seed of South Jersey Group 1 and Gloucester Catholic in the 12 seed of South Jersey Non-Public B, probably not going to host a home playoff game like they did last year. They have a very interesting milestone to celebrate. Jack Mastero last week versus Salem passed Dominic Carrera, class of 1969, for a 56-year long-standing record for the highest score in Gloucester Catholic history. With that 15:07, Mastero broke it, and he's looking to continue with that again. That's what's so crazy about Jack Mastero, is that basketball's not his first sport. Baseball is, and he played football last year in the fall. Never stops working. One of the hardest working athletes I know. His older brother, RJ, committed to Monmouth for baseball, currently a sophomore at RCSJ. But guess what? These two teams are going to be electric tonight. Woodbury coming in 6-11. We saw them in a heartbreaking loss on Martin Luther King Day versus Rancocas Valley. It was a heartbreaker, but Mark DeRogeris is not phased. He's looking to advance after tonight and get these guys back in the win column after a rocky road in the month of January. They're going to introduce starting lineups. We'll be back in just a moment. It's Woodbury and GC, two long-standing cross-conference, not rivals, but certainly very, very interesting and unique opponents. We'll be back in just a moment. For Woodbury tonight, they're coming into today's contest at a 6-11 record. They are 4-2 in the Colonial Liberty Division under the second year of the second stint of head coach Mark DeRogeris. They started out technically with a loss to Salem that then got flipped into a win after Salem had to forfeit 4 of their wins due to an ineligible player. They lost 4 games going into the new year, 3 in December versus Egg Harbor, Archbishop Carroll, and Atlantic City, and out on the road to conference opponent Sterling. They then won 3, lost 4, and they've lost 6 of their last 7, but Woodbury's not phased. Mark DeRogeris is the kind of coach that doesn't look at the record, but will only look at the scoreboard that he's got in front of him tonight. He's not going to worry about the losses to Bishop Eustace or the 20 points to Elizabeth, but guess what? They held their own versus Elizabeth, and they held their own versus Bishop Eustace. It was a 3-point game going into the fourth quarter on Saturday versus Elizabeth. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game, brought to you by Harper Driving School. We've got the Williams brothers being introduced first, Kevin Williams and Devin Williams. Jaden Farmer, the transfer from Lindenwold, will check in at a forward position. Along with that, Jason Solomon, a fast guard that he is on the gridiron and on the hardwood. He'll also be joined by Mark Szykowski, the Polish forward, who will be joining us as well at number 2. A lot of South Jersey talents in the house tonight. And there's Solomon getting introduced as well. Saw him do an excellent work versus Rancocas Valley, a game that they lost at the buzzer, 47-45. And there's Mark Kozowski. For Gloucester Catholic, coming into tonight with the same number of wins, but 2 less losses on their resume. They're 6-9 with a 3-3 record in the Tri-County Classic Division. Let's introduce the Rams. Tonight for the Rams, it's going to be the point guard, Carlos Mendez, also inching towards 1,000 points. Jack Mastaro will be introduced. Hey, let's turn up the mics. Let's listen to him.
Number 23, NJSIAA. Number 12, Jack Pond. Number 31, Benjamin Cook. And number 22, Jack Mastaro.
He got fooled, and so did we. Jack Mastaro getting introduced there a week after becoming the Gloucester Catholic all-time leading scorer, passing Dominic Carrera, who was in attendance tonight. He was honored in an early ceremony before the game started. Of course, this game is about a half hour behind schedule due to the overtime in the women's game. Final score of that was 47-42 in favor of Paul Sixth, as PVI improved to an unbeaten 13-0 in the regular season this year. Woodbury on the left side of your screen with white jerseys, yellow numbers, and navy blue accents. Gloucester Catholic on the right with their iconic home gray jerseys, the maroon red numbers and yellow accents. As under the tip will be Jaden Farmer, again the offseason transfer from Lindenwold, along with Ben Cook, the freshman forward, who will take this one up. It's up, and it's batted to Woodbury. We're underway. Mastaro goes under the legs, and what a start. 5 seconds is all it took for Mastaro to defend his home floor, and it's 2-0. Immediately swatted the ball away from Kevin Williams. Now moving inside, Woodbury up. Farmer can't get it. Catches his own offensive rebound, and it's good. Carlos Mendez, the point guard for Gloucester Catholic, bringing this one up the floor. Bounce pass to number 12, being Jack Pund. Solomon, they say he stepped out of bounds. It will remain Woodbury ball, as this will be inbounded by Devin Williams. Referees having a quick discussion here. Tied at 2-2 in the first 50 seconds. Good presence in the student section tonight, including RJ's, Jack Mastaro's older brother, RJ, who's a sophomore at RCSJ on the back-to-back national championship winning baseball team. It's a steal. Mendez has it, moving in, makes a man miss, and secures the basket. It's Kevin Williams, Kevin and Devin working together. The two brothers on the floor here for Woodbury. Moves inside for Solomon, gets hit. Now moves outside, open look from three. Mastaro made contact, couldn't get anything there, and Jack Pund pulls down the rebound. It'll go to Mendez. Mendez, a very strong assist leader for Gloucester Catholic. We saw them on opening night, 50-40 over Glassboro. Mendez gets swiped at, tried for a no-look pass, couldn't get it there, and it's brought down by Mark Zubowski. Devin Williams back out to Kevin Williams. Got an open look, now moving inside, pump fakes, moves, and baskets front of the iron. Trying to keep it in at all costs, he does. Dan Zellner, the youngster, gets it in. Bounce pass is stolen away again. It's up and off the left hand. It's good on a breakaway by Again, Woodbury's number 2, Mark Kozowski. I apologize if I keep butchering that name because it's going to be difficult. And we've covered Woodbury a few times this year. Mastaro in the corner, catch and shoot, no good. Moving forward again, can't get anything to go there. Telling everybody to move here. He's got an open look, back at the top of the key. Kozowski, back to Kevin Williams. Moving it across the way, bounce pass again. Gets an open look for 3, can't get it there, a little bit too long. And Mastaro gets a rebound, barely hanging on to it, now moves over to Pund. Mendez pulls up, 3! Carlos Mendez breaks the stalemate midway through the first quarter, 7-4 in favor of the Rams. It's been a good start so far with heaps of offense. Now moving into the corner. Still trying to find space. No good there. Moving inside, no. Mastaro goes for a fall. And no cigar there. It'll be inbounded by R.J. Hagler, the 6th man for Woodbury, as this one is fed out from beyond the arc. Can't get it there. Solomon tried to rip away a rebound. Now it's Hagler going in, and no good there. Cook tried to get a rebound. Mastaro couldn't get there, going the other way. It's R.J. Hagler again bringing it up the floor in a 7-4 game, 3:35 to play in the first quarter. Back out to the top of the key, now moving out to the left wing. Again, just trying to find any leverage on the shot selection. Solomon up, no good. Zellner tries to rip the ball away. And after all that with no whistles, some good passing from all around. Picks up the rebound, no good. A heap of missed shots. It's now up. Devin Williams can't get there. Mastaro tried to get the rebound. There's contact, and it's a shot. Definitely thought there could have been potential for an and one. But there you have it. 7-6 now. They've got to get across the midcourt line. Bounce pass. Good movement there, and it's in. Feeds it out into the corner for Solomon. Catch and shoot, 3, high arcing, rattles out. Ball gets away from Hagler and it'll go the other way. 9-6 GC as a few subs will come in for the Rams and for the Herd. Checking in for Woodbury. Actually, I don't know who's new for Woodbury, to be honest with you. I do know that the freshman Gary Connolly is in. And also number 13. 3-ball misses. That rebound by Ethan Doogie, and it's good. 12-6, Gloucester Catholic, 6-point lead here in the early going. Looks like that'll be Woodbury ball. High pass to Mendez. Final minute and 20 seconds of the first quarter. Again, I mean, these guys are almost playing water polo across the floor. Some double guarded traffic. Doogie. Back to Mendez and back to Mistero. He's going to look for somewhere to fire it to. Look at that. He's a baseball player for a reason, but the ball gets overturned, and Mendez gets the ball right back. Under a minute, Mendez gets hit hard, foul and one. So Carlos Mendez goes up and gets hit. At the line for Gloucester Catholic is Zellner, and it misses. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Looks like they're going to wait for Ben Cook to, they were going to wait for him to sub back in, but now he goes back to the bench. R.J. Hagler, again with this long, grueling possession that's very common out of Colonial basketball. Some more passes than dribbles, I'll tell you that. Moves it back out, top of the key, no good. Mendez picks up a rebound. Pass to Mistero, one-handed pass as much as he does during the spring. 10 seconds left to Ethan Doogie. 4 seconds left, catch and shoot, no good. They tried to get anything off before the buzzer, but unable. As after one frame, Gloucester Catholic leads by 8. It's the Rams 14 and the Herd 6. We'll be right back.
Excuse me, Goldberg is a shortstop tonight, but he had a 400 average in 2023 as a junior. A homer in each of his sophomore and junior campaigns, 331 career mark and a 430 career slugging percentage. And speaking of home runs, there's a fly ball to left, and it's gone! Devin Goldberg answers on opening day with a first pitch rocket to left, and it's 1-0 Bridgewater. We were just talking about the long ball, and he stomps on the plate, mobbed at home, and Goldberg, the leadoff man, with a swing of gold. It's 1-0.
That's a good start.
Entering the second quarter, this broadcast is brought to you by Garden State Pet Center. Keep your pet happy and healthy today with the most organic products available in South Jersey. Most organic food products that is available in South Jersey, along with toys, cages, accessories, and much, much more. You can visit them. They're open 7 days a week at 226 South White Horse Pike in Audubon. There's a problem with the clock. They have, I think everybody just noticed they haven't started the clock yet. Everybody's going nuts because they haven't even started the clock. Referees haven't noticed anything. Not even the coaches noticed. I think everybody just got a free 20 seconds. See, we talk about bonuses. We didn't mean in that way, but instead, Jason Solomon goes to the line, and I'm surprised that neither Brandon Doherty or Mark DeRugeris made any note about the time. I'm a little bit surprised. I think they're just going to let it be. And we'll have a free 10 seconds of basketball. 14-6. Rams ended the quarter with an 8-point lead. Mistero had a long three that didn't go. Solomon hits 1 of 2. Gary Connolly, the freshman, probably the point guard of the future after Mendez graduates from this program. This one goes over into the corner for Jack Pund. And for Ben Cook, rather. Mistero, nice move, can't get it to go. And Woodbury with good defense there, and that will be a foul. Good spot there by the officials as it ends up being the short end of the stick for Devin Williams. It'll be the second foul against Gloucester Catholic. I really think they're just going to let it stand. They're just going to let the clock fiasco be what it is, I guess. It's very interesting, but didn't get, I thought they were, I mean, he's pump faking left and right. Heigler this time lets it fly, air ball, gets it back, blocked by Cook. Mastero tries to keep it in, and this time Gloucester Catholic will get it back and retain the possession with Mendez. Now it's Connolly. Connolly finally gets it across the floor. Some more back and forth with Mendez. Right-handed floater. Solomon rips down the rebound, and a travel is going to be called. GC ball under their own basket, and Mastero can't get the open layup. And Mendez is going to hang on to it. Look at this. They're going to call a travel. Some heavy pressure from Woodbury. And they end up getting it to pay off as this will be a turnover. Hagler inbounds to Kevin Williams. Hagler on the left wing, moves inside, gets a shot off, good. Woodbury now 14-9, they trail. Oh, in trouble, foul. They tried to work through the double traffic, instead they get bit with it. And a minute and a half gone in the second quarter. 14-9 still. Connolly going across the way, moving inside. Nice bounce pass, but it's a turnover. Another rollover out to the left. Kevin Williams back to Solomon. Heaves into the corner. Hagler pulls up, and a jumper is no good. Rebounded by Ben Cook. And DeRuggiero not pleased there. Again, in double coverage again. They like to cover Carlos Mendez, and Connolly's pass is forced out of bounds. Brandon Doherty will call a timeout as his lead has shrunk to 5. 14-9 with 5:49 to play in the second quarter. We'll be right back. Welcome back here on the Dan Wilkins Broadcasting Network as we've got a great matchup here tonight between Woodbury and Gloucester Catholic. Gloucester Catholic taking a little while to break from the timeout. However, this will be brought up the floor by the herd. It's Kevin Williams, joined by his brother Devin on the right wing. Now we've got a three, rolls out. Rebound by Punt. He'll bring this back the other way. A nice heave by Mendez. DeRuggiero has to get out of the way as a catch and shoot three. 8-point lead as Mastero hits it for a triple on the night that he was honored for passing the all-time scoring record for Gloucester Catholic. Here comes another three. Deep. Good! Devin Williams with distance. And a three-point palooza here after the timeout. Mendez back and forth with Connolly. The ball is rattled around, and that's good by Kevin Williams. 5 points in less than 30 seconds. Here's Connolly again, feeds it to Mastero. These guys have to get creative with passing because Woodbury's going to pressure them if they don't. Mendez gets hit. His head goes into the first row. Don't know if it made hard contact with it, but still not ideal. Foul and one. How about that for Woodbury? A huge swing in momentum. And the tides have ever so turned here in the second quarter. 4:42 to play in the half, 17-16. And an and one shot by R.J. Higler would tie the game. The 5'11 junior guard has been with the program for a couple of years, even before DeRogeris took over. Had 423 points in his first season. That dropped down to 136. That was his 560th career point. 133 rebounds, 86 assists in 42 career games. Ethan Doogie outside. Mendez, three, no good. Solomon rips down the rebound. It's Hagler. Williams again, air ball. And Mastero brings it back out. Oh, he got hit, foul. Seemed to get kind of hit across the face there. It's the second foul against Woodbury this quarter. Kevin Williams on a huge scoring run here. He gets subbed out. Looks like they'll sub Mark Sabowski back into the game. Mark Kozowski, that is. Gonna have a travel call. Tie game, 17-all, midway through the second quarter. Feeds it inside, a couple of aggressive passes. Shot, rolls out, and a foul for a push will be called. This will be inbounded by Kevin Williams. A high pass. Stays in bounds for Kozowski. Fed to Williams again, back to Hagler. Back and forth here between 11 and 3. A two-handed heave across the floor. Bounce pass, up, blocked. And an offensive foul will be called as Doogie goes in for it. But instead the whistle blows. Connolly in trouble, feeds it. This one goes to Zellner. Zellner calls for the ball, can't get anything there. Connolly working through, Zellner, bounce pass into the corner, catch and shoot, three, too long. Offensive rebound, second chance doesn't go. Doogie comes down for a third chance on another rebound. It rattles in. Ethan Doogie with a third chance shot. Makes it 19-17. Hagler has room. Solomon with an open look on the baseline. Travel's going to be called. We saw this a little bit in the Martin Luther King game between RV and Woodbury. A handful of travels in the first half. Close call. Zellner was awfully close to the baseline. Mendez again taking a hard hit. Not the first time he's taken that hit tonight. It'll send Mendez to the line in a 2-point lead for Gloucester Catholic, 19-17. The 5'8" senior guard makes his first. 584 for the senior, 259 as a junior last year, and 56 steals in 28 games played. Gloucester Catholic last year, they were the number 2 seed in South Jersey non-public B. They were 15-13 this year does not appear to be as forgiving. 6-9. And right now, they actually are the 12 seed in
that's
South
why I
Jersey
thought it was
non-public
wrong. I
B.
had.
It's back into the corner. Vince, don't forget your mic's on. 3. Good! The high arcing bounce of Woodbury. And he drills it from beyond. 1-point game, 21-20. Look out, foul. But right now in South Jersey non-public B, it's such a contrast, except for the top seed, which is St. Rose, might always be St. Rose. The contrast from last year, just looking at who is involved, some new teams are in, some new teams are out. It was St. Rose at 1, GC at 2. Hold on here. That was Woodbury's 5th foul, so that will give Gloucester Catholic the bonus. It will be Zellner, the youngster who will go to the line. But last year, the top 5 seeds were St. Rose, Gloucester Catholic, Bishop Eustace, who was only 13-17 last year, Cavalry Christian out of Old Bridge, and Holy Cross. Those were the top 5. And the 12 seed last year was Doan Academy, who came in after the regular season at 7-19. But then this year, despite Gloucester Catholic's 6-9 record, GC is the 12 seed after being a 2 last year. St. Rose is still the number 1, but Rutgers Prep is now at the 2 after not playing in the South Jersey non-public bracket last year. I don't know if they played in A or B, but we'll stay on the air because let's talk about some PowerPoint some more. This year, right now, the top 5 seeds are St. Rose at 1, Rutgers Prep at 2, Bishop Eustace at 3. Same seed as last year, except instead of being under 500, they're at 11-4. Wildwood Catholic is at 4. St. Joe's Hamilton is at 5. Holy Cross is at 6. Holy Spirit's at 7. Ranney, Doan, and Princeton are at 8, 9, and 10. Morristown and Gloucester Catholic are the 11 and 12. I'm sorry, Morristown Friends and Gloucester Catholic. Morristown Friends definitely has taken a leap up this year. They're 7 and 6 after having similar results in 2023. And then for Woodbury, it's definitely been an interesting year. They were, again, hovering around 500 last year. They're 6-11 right now after being 14-14 in 2023. They hosted a home playoff game, and they had a good thing running for themselves here in the final, as we enter the final 2 minutes of the half. But right now, I mean, they've played a handful of out-of-state opponents, and where they're at right now, they're in the 7 seed, despite being several games under 500. Here comes a 3. Kevin Williams with the lead. Mastero tried to keep a bounce pass. Couldn't get it there. Doogie, good. The top 3 seeds in South Jersey Group 1 are Kip, which was the number 1 last year, Haddon Township surprisingly at 2, and Pittman at 3. Palmyra 4, Audubon 5, Woodstown 6, and Woodbury 7. The last home seed is Penns Grove at the 8 spot. Could very well change for the next couple of weeks. Ball gets swiped away with a foul as Doogie picks up a foul. That also gives Woodbury the foul after GC's 5th. That gives them the bonus. Oh, how about it? Great shot there. No good there. It's up. No luck there as it crashes the board. Minute 10 seconds left now as here comes a pass across the way. Again, going back and forth between Pund and Mendez. He's got to get across the midcourt line. Oh, it's trouble. He got pushed behind. And now a foul's going to go against Woodbury as both teams in a very heavy fouling second quarter. Now both will exchange lines to the trips to the free throw line. It'll be Mendez again. Good. Rams take the lead 25-24. Both are good for Mendez. The great free throw shooter that he is as a point guard. Hegler works through the traffic, moves inside, up, and Kozowski can't get there. Now Mendez bounce pass to Doogie. He's got room, up, couldn't get it. Mostero, second chance, no good. Mostero is down, he gets back up quickly. Trying to avoid a swipe and a foul. Foul's going to be against Gloucester Catholic, so after 2 points were given to GC, looks like to have a chance to sway the other way now going into the halftime break, 34.8 seconds left. Misses both. No good there. Rebound Woodbury. With a lot of missed shots here to end the second quarter. Under 10 now. Still going back and forth. Woodbury needs to get a shot off. They get room, up, no whistle. 1 second, shot won't, oh, that was close. Shot won't count. At the halftime break, still anybody's game, as after 2 frames, it's Woodbury 24, Gloucester Catholic 26. We'll be back in a few minutes here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting.
In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives, all while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
Garden State Pet Center is an independently owned full-service pet store. Our specialty is promoting companionship between people and animals by providing the healthiest product choices available, including all-natural foods, supplements that support and relieve health issues, and innovative products for pet parents. Our goal is to provide our customers with a relaxing environment, and while we're not striving to be the biggest store on the East Coast, we're striving to be the best. No other pet store will make you feel at home like we do. At Garden State Pet Center, we view pets as members of the family. We don't believe in fast, high-pressure sales, but instead matching up the right pet with the right owners, as you are making a lifelong commitment. Together with our team members, we would like your visit to our store to be both enjoyable and educational. Simply drop in and take a look around. View the birds, reptiles, small animals, toys, food, cages, and miscellaneous items. Learn of the services we have to offer and decide for yourself if this is the store you'd like to call your home away from home.
Victor Santucci, owner of Garden State Pet Center. Visit us today at 226 South Whitehorse Pike in Audubon, New Jersey. We're open 7 days a week for all of your pets' needs.
will lead it off for the Senators. Chase Rollins, the player manager for CHP, gets it started with a ball upstairs, and we are underway in game one. 1-0. That one is hit well out towards left, and it is gone off the top of the goalpost. Shane Adamski with a thunderous start to his playoff series. Second pitch of the game, a solo homer to left, and before I could even write the first name down in my scorecard, it's 1-0. Late switch for the visitors. Again inside their 5. Oh, they're going to pitch this one back for the flea flicker. Touchdown, West! Oh my goodness! Taking inspiration from Nick Foles and Trey Burton. I think they just pulled off the Philly special. That is the greatest touchdown I have ever seen. Well, maybe not the greatest touchdown I've ever seen. Maybe that's stretching a little bit, but one of the greatest touchdowns we've seen in a long time. And it's a tie game.
And welcome back here from Gloucester Catholic. They lead by a sliver at half, 26-24. It's been a very weird first half just because a lot of travels, a lot of turnovers, and Woodbury has been putting the pressure on, which is probably why this game is so close and they're only one possession out from tying the game. I think right now for Woodbury, what they have to do is they have to apply that pressure more. Obviously, Gloucester Catholic seems like they're getting around it. Maybe they find some answers for it, some antidotes in the second half. I think right now, though, for Gloucester Catholic, they're doing very well at making sure that Woodbury doesn't get too far ahead of themselves. They want to make sure that they don't get in their own head. They want to make sure that they get in the other team's head. Jack Mastero's been pretty good, but not the lights-out guy that we're used to. Not to be a personal offense or anything, but we've seen this from Jack. He's much more of a second-half player. He has time to heat up. He has time to just knock him down after the halftime break. I think we'll see more of that in the third and fourth quarters. And I think for Woodbury as well, they'll rely more on guys like R.J. Hagler, their sixth man, and Jason Solomon as well. He's incredibly fast. He can drive to the basket. They should utilize him more. Hey, let's turn this camera around because we've got some more South Jersey basketball on the way. 16 more minutes to play here from Gloucester Catholic. Still a one possession game, 2 points in total, as it is 26 in favor of Gloucester Catholic and 24 in favor of Woodbury. So should be interesting to see how this rest of the night pans out. Again, I'm Dan Wilkins, joined by Vincent Folk tonight. Should be a good one. Should be an excellent game between these two going into the final two quarters, as we'll be in Pittman on February 6th when GC comes to town versus Gloucester Catholic versus Pittman. That should be a 5:30 tip. Should be a fun one indeed. Inbounded to Woodbury to start the second half. Hagler moving in. Catch and shoot three. Good! Woodbury takes the lead and starts the second half the right way. Again, those high arcing threes, As another steal, Woodbury's applying the pressure and a right-handed lay. Again, just putting on that pressure, three-point game and a foul. Woodbury has caught Gloucester Catholic by surprise, that's for sure. They haven't exactly caught them napping, but they certainly did not expect the offensive onslaught here to start the third quarter. Mendez has the ball. Cook steps on the backcourt line. Close call there. Back to Mendez. Mastero goes in for the baseline jumper, and it's good. This will go the other way. Oh, Cook tried to bounce it to Zellner. Instead, he bounced it off Zellner. Still waiting at the top of the key. Corner. Three ball off the mark. Rebound by Zellner. He'll feed this to Mendez. Mendez tried to feed it to Cook or tried to get a layup, but instead he ran out of real estate. And Ethan Doogie will come in here for GC. 29-28, Woodbury has a lead. We'll see if they're able to maintain it. Three again. No way. This kid's unstoppable. as the 3 ball from Devin Williams is successful, his 6th of the day. Travel's going to be called on Ben Cook. And Woodbury certainly starting to take hold as Coach Doc calls a timeout. They trail by 4. It's 32-28, 5:52 left in the third. GC retaking the floor after the timeout. Here goes Hagler again. Front of the rim, rebound by Cook. Oh, that scared me for a second. I thought I was about to get a basketball to the abdomen, but instead it rattles off the boards. Doogie looks for somebody, feeds it. Mendez. A feed over, how about that? Hanging on to it, top of the key now. Mastero, catch and shoot, 3! Jack Mastero knocks it down. It's his 2nd from distance tonight. 32-31, GC reeling themselves back into the game. Up, foul. Jaden Farmer takes a hit. By the way, if you're looking at the comment section, I believe that might be not a suspect, but the gentleman who's been kind of, I guess you could say, in a third-person manner, he's been talking to us tonight. Michael Freeman. That might not be Michael Freeman. I have no idea I don't know who Michael Freeman is. I have no idea who Michael Freeman is, but 34-31. We have fun around here. Ooh, that might have been a walk. That goes the other way. Oh, high pass out of bounds. Almost looking like a 4th down Hail Mary. Couldn't get that one to fall. And Doogie will inbound. Moving it back over to Mendez. Has room. Feeds it to Mastero. Mastero moves over. Can't get the shot to roll over. Cook, 2nd chance. Takes 2 hops. Can't get it. And Woodbury gets the ball back. Here we go again. Euro, offensive foul. Basket will not count. DeRogeris beside himself a little bit. His coaches more so. His assistant coaches more so. It'll be Zellner to inbound. Back to Pund. Zellner again, crossing half court. 3-point game in favor of the visitors. Up, no good. Mastero tried to pull in the rebound, couldn't get anything there. Over his head, back out, 3 ball, too long. Hagler picks up a rebound, foot almost stepped on the back line. He's trapped in the corner because he's almost set a pivot foot. Here's another one, open look, 3, good, hello. Kevin Williams. 6-point lead for Woodbury, their largest of the night. Pass goes over Doogie. He's beside himself, and it's a turnover. Just got to feel for Gloucester Catholic here, just trying to get a possession to go their way. Every time Woodbury capitalizes on their mistake, it certainly doesn't help anybody, except Woodbury, of course. But Gloucester Catholic's been making mistakes, and kudos to the Herd for capitalizing on them, taking a lot of looks from the Williams brothers from beyond the arc tonight. Bit of a jersey tug, now going back over, inside to the baseline, feeds it across the way on a high heave, now makes a man miss. Hegler floater, good. R.J. Hegler makes a man miss. Now Mendez in trouble, foul. Woodbury will have a new sub coming in. Kevin Williams out. In for Woodbury will be number 21, that being Curtis Stokes. So he gets some minutes here in the third quarter, 39-31. Inside, Mendez with a slap off the backboard. He wanted goaltending, Doherty that is, but it seemed like the shot counted anyway. Top of the key. Up and good. Hello. Woodbury now with an 8-point lead. Mendez pulls up from the semicircle, no good there. Again, Woodbury applying the pressure from three. Good! This is unbelievable. Woodbury rocking and rolling in the visiting gym. 44-33. They've got an 11-point lead and making this one sound like a home game. 2:25 in the third. We'll be right back. An electric atmosphere, but in one way, it's an electric atmosphere in favor of the visitors. It's 44-33 Woodbury. They lead by 11, which is the largest lead any team has possessed tonight. Woodbury's been on a magical carpet ride here in the third and along with the second quarter as well. I mean, they only trailed by 2 at the halftime break. This is brought to Connolly, the freshman. Fakes us out as he walks around. Heave across the way. Mastero, catch and shoot. Couldn't go. Falling down. Oh, no. Oh, man, that's a hard hit for Ethan Doogie as he tried to come down with the rebound, ended up falling on his behind after he took a shot from a Woodbury player. Connolly inbounding. His stature definitely at a disadvantage. Oh, hello. Gonna have a foul. It's gonna be called against, again, Woodbury's number 21, Curtis Stokes. That's his first. 44-33 in favor of Woodbury. And don't look back now, but that is the 5th foul against the Herd that will give Gloucester Catholic the bonus. Both teams had the bonus in a very foul-heavy second quarter, as now it'll be Jack Pund at the line. The freshman guard, 5'11", misses his first. A foul going the other way now. Pund at 101 points this season so far. Up and in. Jaden Farmer, the transfer from Lindenwold, gets a basket in the final 2 minutes of the third. Here's a heave to Mastero. Up, left hand, good. Back to 46-35 after Pund missed both. Into the corner for Stokes, double guarded. Now finds room, bobbles the ball, hangs onto it. Now moves out from beyond the arc. Here's a two-pointer. Heigler hits the wires on the top of the backboard, and that will be out of bounds. (46-35). Look out. This one's going in the favor of Woodbury. Foul and one. Coach Duck not happy. His assistant also not happy on maybe a non-call at the other end of the floor. It's Devin Williams at the line. They're going to sub out Carlos Mendez, and they're going to bring in number 23. Again, that's Dan Zellner, the youngster. 13-point lead for Woodbury. Shot is up and good. It's Mastero, heaves it across the way. Oh, that's off the hands of Zellner. I gotta tell you, there's been some chatter in the stands tonight. Definitely a lot of dissent against how this Gloucester Catholic team is playing, and they trail by 14. Farmer loses it, and a foul. Mendez says there's no way. And a technical as Ethan Doogie goes in. I think Doogie got hit with the tech. Mendez swipes the ball away as he tries to separate Ethan Doogie. And they're trying to get everybody separated there as a little bit of pleasantries being exchanged. I'm not sure who got hit with the tech. I think it was Doogie, number 13. Or it could have been Mendez, because he was already kind of on thin ice, because he was talking about a foul and he said, there's no way, there's no way. So let's see who Woodbury brings to the stripe for the technical shots. But definitely things getting a little bit feisty. Yeah, so just looking back at the tape, looks like 13 Doogie says something to Jaden Farmer after he fouled him. And now Carlos Mendez having a discussion with the officials. So are they going to shoot the regular free throws first and then shoot the technical shots? I think that's what they're going to do. They've taken Ethan Doogie out of the game. Hold on here. So a lot of confusion here as we believe that the technical is on Ethan Doogie, who got subbed out. Again, some pleasantries were exchanged between him and Farmer after he fouled Farmer. And there's confusion at the scorer's table, I'll tell you that. One of the assistant coaches for Woodbury, again, just trying to levy into the situation as a stoppage in play for after Ethan Doogie was hit with a technical foul for Gloucester Catholic. Woodbury's up by 14 with some pleasantries exchanged in the paint. Then there was, first of all, that was after the personal foul on Doogie. So we got a personal and a tech, basically in the span of 5 seconds. And Jaden Farmer is going to go to the line for 2 free throw shots because the technical was in between, it was right after the foul and before he took the 2 shots. So Jack Mastero, who was all the way over in the other paint, is now moving back into the onto the other side of the floor. What I think they're going to try to do is they're going to do 2 regular free throws for Jaden Farmer, and then they're going to do 2 technical shots for Woodbury, and then you send your best shooter to the line for that. But Mark DiRuggiero is trying to mitigate the situation, and again, we don't have mics on that scorer's table. We don't know what really is being discussed. But since both teams are over the bonus with a minute left in the third, so 49-35. Okay, so they are going to waive off. I think they're just going to waive off that foul. That's a definitely a confusing situation there, but we enter the final minute of the third. Again, Farmer got fouled going up, and now this is going to go back out to Kevin Williams. Back at the top of the key, catch and shoot, 3, good! A little bit of payback after the technical. Hit by Kozowski. Connolly moving across the way to Pund. In trouble. Mastero has room, gets his feet set, airballs it, or it might have hit off the side of the window. 28 seconds left. Kozowski again taking his time, moving it over to Heigler. 52-35, huge change of pace for Woodbury here tonight. Very different than how we saw them last Monday. That ball gets swiped away. Whistle got blown. I don't think the ball ever went out of bounds. I don't know if the ball ever went out of bounds, but Gloucester Catholic's assistant trying to, a very tense situation here. It certainly has been a little bit odd. We'll take a break, 13.5 seconds here in the third, 52-35, Woodbury in front. Back here from a very tense third quarter here at the Michael Angelotti Gym. Here goes Hagler in the corner. Moving inside, now finding somebody outside. 10 seconds left. Into the corner. One dribble three, front of the iron. Doogie, who's back in the game, they're running out of time. Connolly tried to fire a play. Carlos Mendez hit the rafter and it loosened a camera. It actually loosened a security camera at the top of the rafters on his, I guess, desperation shot. Hey, we'll be right back at the end of the third quarter. It's 52-35, Woodbury over GC. Entering the fourth quarter of play, this broadcast is brought to you by Harper Driving School. Over 90% of students who take their New Jersey State driving test with Harper pass on the first attempt. If you like those odds, you can book an appointment today at Suite E of the Total Turf Complex in Pittman at 614 Lambs Road. Entering the fourth as Mendez takes a bounce on a convoluted pass from Gary Connolly. Back out, three, rolls over, and Jaden Farmer picks up the rebound, and we've got a foul. 52-35, Woodbury at 6-11, which, considering how odd and funky the PowerPoint system is, yes, it gave them a 7 seed. At home, they would have a home first-round playoff game. Let's talk about those PowerPoints for a quick second. Right now, the 1 seed is the number 1 seed from last year, Kip Cooper. Haddon Township took up a big leap. They're at the 2 seed. Audubon is at the 5. Pittman at 3. Palmyra at 4. Woodstown gets moved up from the 12 seed last year to the 6 seed now. Woodbury's at 7. They would play Glassboro, and a fellow Tri-County opponent, if they hold that spot, which probably things will move around. Pennsgrove is at 8. Burlington City at 9. Clayton at 10. Clayton at 11. Glassboro at 10. Camden Prep at 12. New Egypt at 13. Salem at 14. Paulsboro and Wildwood make up the final 2 spots. Leap Academy and Maple Shade are on the outside looking in at 17th and 18th. Just a bulldozer working through traffic. And the shot is good for Devin Williams. A 19-point lead for Woodbury as they have taken control of this game. It's up. Foul and 1. Jack Mastero knocks it in from the right box. Maybe a little bit outside of that. And Ben Cook will sub in. Our next broadcast will be Burlington Township at Cinnaminson on Wednesday, January 29th at 5:30 p.m. in Burlington County Scholastic League action. That'll be a milestone for us. It'll be broadcast number 450 as we count down towards the great 500. That'll be our first kind of mini milestone that we'll reach on the way there. Thursday will be Glassboro at Pittman, another 5:30 start. And then Friday, Haddon Heights at West Hampton Tech. Should be a 6 o'clock start that night. Shot is up and good. Official timeout. Basket is good for Woodbury. Not sure what the delay is. I'll tell you, you can see the wet spots on the floor left over from the other game tonight. Maybe it started raining outside, I'm not sure. Or maybe it's just the players being, people got snow on their shoes, I guess. They bring out the towel. Got the towel on the baseline in front of the student section. No ovation for the towel cleaner. That's a shame. Where's the respect for the game? A pass almost goes awry, and it is, I think, going to be a foul. It will be a foul on Hagler. Zach Payne now in the game. On Saturday, February 1st, we'll be down in Salem County for coverage between Deptford and Pensgrove. Mastaro moving in. Fades away for a jumper. Can't get it. Cook got a couple fingertips on it. Now it'll be Payne who retains possession. Cook bounces inside. That'll be a kicked ball violation as he fires it off the foot of Farmer. Woodbury would improve to 7-11 with a win. Gloucester Catholic would fall to 6-10. They have played 2 fewer games than Woodbury. They are 3-3 in the Tri-County Classic division. This one's going to go over everybody's head and out of bounds. Gloucester Catholic has, after a short 3-game winning streak, they have lost 4 of their last 5. The sole win being a 103-68 win over Clayton, fellow Tri-County Classic rival. They are home to Salem Tech on the 28th, which I believe is tomorrow. It is, and it's in for Woodbury. They are at Pennsauken, or I should say at Holy Cross for the Holy Cross Showcase. Moving out to the corner. 3. No good. This one's up. 3. Zach Payne. Bringing it back to 17 points as Mendez feeds it to Hagler for the inbound. Again, more high arcing passes across the way. Euro step now moves outside to Solomon. Back to the top of the key for Kevin Williams. Good crossover. Beats Mendez. Euro step again. Solomon blocked by Cook. They say it's clean. Mastaro fires it. Somehow they keep the ball in possession. Solomon loses it. Now it's going to be Payne who brings it back the other way, and that's going to be a Gloucester Catholic ball. So after all of that, no basket. And it's 58-41. Wildwood will come to town on the 4th. That shot is blocked. Out of bounds. Feeds it back to Mendez. For Woodbury, they would improve to 7-11. They've got a home game versus Sterling on the 28th, away at Paulsboro on the 30th, and they'll travel to PA for Academy of the New Church on the 1st. Then they'll be home versus Camden Eastside on the 3rd. This one's up and no good. GC ball. Mark DeRogeris again beside himself. They fix the basket. Ethan Doogie will inbound. Back to Pund. Stolen away. Let's see what they've got. Right-handed lay. Woodbury with some nice tactics there to help keep the clock running, although I'm sure some referees could call that a delay of game. Uh-oh, look out. Mendez in double traffic somehow threads the needle. It's back to Cook in a 19-point game. Cook moves inside with 4:15 to play. Corner 3, too long. And the shot by Pund. Left hand, Hagler good. Halfway through the 4th quarter now. Looks like this game is in tow for Woodbury. However, not done yet. Mastaro, oh, so close. Back into the corner. Thought they was going to attempt a three. This time they do. Second chance. No good. Everybody kept it clean. Mendez taking his time. No look pass to Cook. One-handed floater. No good. Doherty seems a little upset with his players over the shot selection that they've made. And that shot selection very well. I wouldn't say the shot selection cost them the game. I think if the score holds, I think what will cost them the game is, as DeRoge Harris calls a timeout before we go to break, I think what has really cost Gloucester Catholic a chance at some great possessions tonight is the fact that they have caved to Woodbury's kind of advances, their defensive pressure. You know, they kind of have to apply that same pressure if they want to succeed, and I think that they just weren't expecting that from Woodbury. And considering they won that matchup last year between these two teams, certainly a change of pace. But 62-43 in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back. Here from the home of the Rams, it's all Woodbury here late in the fourth, 62-43. Some of the crowd has cleaned out from tonight. I mean, just kind of still coming down from the apex that was the girls' game, 47-42 in overtime. 3, no good. I think Woodbury's still going to apply that pressure until they no longer have to, because you don't know what Gloucester Catholic's got in store. Connolly feeds it out. Tries to save it, couldn't get it, and Kevin Williams falls into the front row. Oh, wow, that's going to count as a block. How about this? Moving over, right-handed lay. I was thinking he was going to throw it down, but he didn't. He instead settles for a layup. Zellner gets around double traffic. Euro, good. Woodbury 64, Gloucester Catholic 45. How about this for a scramble on both knees? Now moves it out into the corner. Baseline, stops, underhand feed, short. Rebound Zellner. Inside the final 2 minutes now. And out of bounds, Woodbury ball. Nice pass. Minute 40 now. Rolls out. Foul. They'll sub out Farmer here with a minute 25. And Woodbury calls a timeout. We'll be right back on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting, 64-45. Woodbury looks like they've got this one in tow with the final 95 seconds on the way. This broadcast is brought to you by our good friends over at the Dangerous Adrenaline Wrestling Gladiators, or Dog Pro Wrestling, South Jersey's best professional wrestling organization with high-flying events and non-stop action throughout the Garden State all year long. Visit their website, DAWG Pro Wrestling, for more information on ticketing and future events. This one goes out of bounds. As we said, our next broadcast will be Burlington Township at Cinnaminson on Wednesday, the 29th of January, 5:30 p.m. start. Moves out into the corner. Goes into the first row. RJ Mastero is having a good laugh. This one goes over to Stokes. Woodbury's going to try to hold it here with some of their, oh, that's a high pass. That almost hit the basket on the other side of the court. There are a whole bunch of extra basketball baskets. There's there's technically 8 baskets up here. I don't think any of them actually retract except for the 2 on the real basketball court. In the final minute now, again, Gloucester Catholic would fall to 6-10. Woodbury would improve to 7-11. It's Stokes. He's got time. Up. No foul. Second chance. No good. Third chance. No good. Fourth chance. Good. Scored by number 10 for Woodbury. I apologize for me being slow on the roster there. Number 10, Jeremiah Graham, the junior. 25 seconds left. Moving it outside. Corner 3. Zach Payne hits the 3 from the corner. Payne hits the 3 from the corner. Also checked in the game for Gloucester Catholic is number 1, Andrew Janipro. 3 seconds left, and that'll do it. Woodbury with a dominant and resounding win here at Gloucester Catholic. They take over the home gym, and honestly, there were some times where this game felt like a home game for the Thundering Herd, but they win it 66-48. A big win there as Woodbury improves to 7-11 after back-to-back non-conference losses to Bishop Eustace and Elizabeth. They at least close this non-conference road trip with a victory here at GC. That'll be all for us tonight here at Gloucester Catholic. Again, thank you for joining us, whether you are here for the women's game and the men's game, whether you're here for both or just for one. It's always glad to have everybody on board here as broadcast number 450 will be on Wednesday between Burlington Township and Cinnaminson. From our entire crew here at DWB, our social media coordinator, Haley Mejia, our graphics crew, Gavin Van Rel, Caleb Lane, and Liam Nolan, my producer, Vincent Vogt, I'm Dan Wilkins. We'll see you on Wednesday at Cinnaminson for some more high-flying action in the BCSL. Have a good one, folks, and good night.